Good to go.
All right, we're going to start with holistic goal today. And this is a process that I've been teaching for, I don't know, 8 or 9 years of how we can collectively learn how to make better decisions about our lives. So paper and plastic decisions that we make on a daily, on a daily basis actually influence the world that we live in very, very small ways. The paper and plastic decision is a relatively small decision, but it's an expression of what I truly care about. It's an expression of how I think about the world. Do I think about the world as a place where I have the privilege of trashing? Do I think about the world as a place where I have responsibility? Do I think ahead? I'm going to Stop and Shop, I'm going to Trader Joe's, I'm going to Bread and Circus. I better bring my bag. Am I prepared for that decision? Or do I simply, it's just not that important to me? All of the decisions we make affect the world, some in small ways, some in big ways. The personal holistic goal, this process that I'm going to teach you over the next 4 to 6 weeks, can be used for managing ecosystems, for managing big parcels of land. It was actually developed by a man in Central Africa, Central and South Africa, for managing large landscapes. And in that sense, it's couched in ecological principles, because the guy was a really fine ecologist, really understood ecological principles, and used this decision-making process to manage land. It can also be used to manage the craziness in our day. The decisions, the small decisions. Should I, paper or plastic? Should I quit school? Should I dump that guy? Should I, whatever? Should I quit smoking cigarettes? The decisions that we make in our lives are some are easy, and trivial, and some are important and have an impact beyond ourselves and into the future. And so this process of decision making is a way of thinking about how can I do a better job living my life in a more sustainable. We all use some method of making decisions. Most of us are not aware of how it is we go about making those decisions. Personal holistic goal is it's a decision-making tool that considers simultaneously the economic, the environmental, and the social. Most of us come from a culture where the economic almost always trumps the environmental and the social. The noise in our backgrounds, the common culture, mother culture, in the words of Daniel Quinn's book, Ishmael, mother culture says, yeah, but the bottom line is money. And it's fairly generally accepted. It causes problems. How can we make decisions that consider the economic and the environmental and the social all at the same time? So we're not trading one off against the other. This holistic goal process is a tool that helps us. The process of creating a holistic goal and making decisions is, first of all, you describe the system you have to work with. That's the whole system. It's a holistic process of thinking about all the resources you have at your disposal to make decisions to move you towards something that you truly desire. And I'll show you how to do that. The next thing you do is you write two statements. A quality of life statement, which is a description of how you want the world to be for you in the future. And then a future statement about how everything else needs to be in order to support your quality of life. And I'll teach you how to write this statement. This is the measure of our decisions. We measure our decisions against that which we say we truly care about. Most of us are not articulate about the things we truly care about. And therefore, sometimes we make decisions inconsistent with the things we truly care about, because Mother Culture is telling you you feel bad, go shopping, or whatever it is. Maybe that's a core value for you, and maybe it's not. This tool allows you to be really clear about those things you truly care about and make decisions toward that to improve the likelihood you get what you want. After we have created this personal holistic goal statement, which is very short, a couple of paragraphs, then we use a decision-making rubric, 7 questions, to make decisions, small decisions and large, against that measure, against that quality of life statement and that future statement. And we consider from the economic and social and the environmental. It's a tool that has been developed based on ecological principles and applied to human beings as if we were indeed ecological beings. So we check in on it. And this is a tool that we use. The holistic goal itself is a simple statement, a quality of life statement, that includes some visioning and some writing, which will begin today. And a future statement, what the future's got to be like, what do I have to be like, what's the landscape have to be like, and what's the community have to be like in order to support the vision I have for my quality of life. This is hard work. It's a simple thing to blow off, by the way, and you don't have to take it seriously. It's kind of pathetic to do that because it's about your life. But if that's your choice, that's something you can do. It's really difficult and really frustrating if you do this. Is not easy work if you take it seriously. It's really painful. So here's mine. You'll see mine. This is mine personal one, not my family one. And this is what we're aiming for. We're aiming for a paragraph, which is the quality of life statement. It has sort of a lot of platitudes in it. Interesting, they talk about peace and harmony and all this stuff. For me, every one of those words is loaded with meaning. Because I worked really, really hard to create this statement for me. Now you can copy this statement and use it for yourself and be completely useless because you didn't create it. But because I created each one of these words, they have some sense of meaning for me. And then we describe the future. And I would thought it was caring and healthy, the land will be productive, the community will be diverse. Very, very simple statements. I wrote, I don't know, a dozen pages, 15 pages of stuff. In the process of going from the vision of what I truly desire to this paragraph, it took me several iterations and many, many pages of work, hard work, trying to understand, trying to get to something that was useful for me. I'm going to teach you how to do this.